Oi, oi, Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtkes speaking. Oh, fireworks went off. Just as I went to do my wiggly flat thumbs, and welcome you back to Flat Earth British on the 11th of the 11th, 2023, or so they say. Armistice Day in Britain. Shit, fuck. Okay, I'm just checking my comms in order. They look okay, though. It's good to see you all, peeps. Now, we're doing this tonight, is what we're doing. We're going to join Club Fuck It, have a fantastic time, chill out, okay? And we're going to have a mind blow, okay? What we've been working on recently in the Flat Earth British think tank. Okay, let me check my role. Fabulous. So, guys, awesome to see you all in chat. You've been there all afternoon. Dope shirt, Matt. Thanks, Wiley, bro. Welcome all of you. In fact, welcome to the machine. It's all right. We know where you've been. We're going to use our brains tonight, and we're going to think about things that we've never actually thought before. I'm going to do this because I can. It's got format, which will help. Will help the synapses of your brain to construct new neural pathways. All of this is going to be good for you, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to have a completely new hypothesis on where we are, okay? Some of you flat earthers should like this, I think. But we're going to talk about a lot of juicy subjects in this. Stuff I've been thinking about, stuff we've been doing. Now, round tables are awesome. We had a round table. It was on a post only a day or so ago. Also posted on Front Row Seats Cheryl's channel with Chris Topher and Epic Joel, the Perceiver. And this sort of think tanking and this sort of round table discussion type discussions is where it's at for answers, getting minds together. So we're going to be doing more of them. Okay, they're in the planning, and they're going to be happening soon. But also because of the nature of this realm, okay, that people, they like to be doing a ring dance together and dancing together in a circle because of the Taurus nature of this place. Well, also, so Cheryl will be reading a very interesting book. This works for round table gatherings. We create our own magnetic fields and we bounce off one another and we become one in thought, and you get to answers and solutions. So myself and Cheryl today have been looking for venues to do some sort of Christmas bash, a round table and a party after in Cardiff here for Flat Earth British peeps in Britain or wherever to join. Let me know what you think about that in chat, and let me know what you think about that in the comments, okay? Because I'm thinking about doing that because it was a beautiful thing when we done it in Houston, Texas a couple of weeks ago. So we're back in Wales land, and winter is indeed settling in. It's getting a bit parky, but it's good old blighty, and we're happy for it as well. Okay, we're happy for whatever. So what we're going to talk about tonight is an hypothesis that is decoded by Flat Earth British think tank over time, and we've come to some sort of idea of what we want to talk about. So we're going to do it tonight. Now, I have talked about the sun being a phase recently, and the sun's battery is running out and is going through a recharge cycle, hence reset. And this is what it's all about. And what I'm going to talk about now is in a physical sense, okay, guys? And what I like about this hypothesis as well is with the domed Earth sort of idea, it's an enclosed system. With your globe, it's all enclosed unless you've got a spaceship. You know, it's all, everything's enclosed. But with this, it gives you, you know, that there's more happening. It's a beautiful hypothesis. I'm going to give it to you later. So thanks, Nexus. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Hippie Shake. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Keep that vibration high. Okay. Keep the love flowing. Okay, that's the way to win. That's a winning flow state. We're going to talk about something that's really incredible. I've been thinking about this might actually be a thing the more I think about it, is anti-gravity underwear. Actually, it was supposed to be proposed by Edison back in the day, and they sort of done a spoof in Punch magazine. You might see it on my thumbnail, saying that, like, you know, this didn't come to actuality. And I'm thinking, well, What if it actually did? You know, it makes no sense then women in Victoria times with their long crinoline gowns just dragging in the fucking mud. Does that make sense? You know, they would have had them a bit higher or something a bit more practical. It makes no sense. But it would make sense if the undergarments, like the in the crinoline gowns, the petticoats, for example, or some sort of technology, maglev technology underneath their clothing, to be able to float around. Yeah, and in a post-reset environment, this might have been a more fluidic ether that we're in, which may not have been that difficult to get some float going on. So we're going to look into that. We're going to look into anti-gravity technologies of the late 1800s. They even had kite babies. I shit you not, babies with anti-gravity underwear on tethered to a bicycle or a dog. Now, I was thinking about how high the ceilings are. I was thinking about the Sistine Chapel roof. What would be the point? Nobody ever gets up there unless you can float the fuck up there and see it. A lot of these museums, the artworks are really, really high in the air. You can't see them. You know, why are they up there? These fabulously big fireplaces in big Tartarian buildings, these big spiral staircases that you get in big Tartarian buildings. It would be much more easy if you just float up the fuckers. So I'm going to propose that and show you imagery for it later. Really interesting. And some other stuff with futuristic technologies thinking from back in the days of Tartaria. What is tickling you now, Cheryl? What is it?
It's you. These
floating balls.
Floating genitalia. That's what he said.
Okay, floating genitalia. I can see where this is going. Now this is an adult show.
And it's flying by the seat of your pants.
By the seat of your pants. It's getting a bit dangly, a bit cold in the wind. But I'm sure that they had like flying, you know, warmth clothes on. Maybe I was thinking like the outside. Why would you have maglev underwear? Why wouldn't you have it on the exterior clothing? But I was thinking the exterior clothing was actually a technology in itself, you know, for some sort of protection against the sun that the arrivals were not suited to. Hence 1700s, all of the loss of hair and the whitening of the faces that they went through, because apparently the official narratives, they all had syphilis, but they are exhibiting the symptoms of radiation sickness, which could happen in a reset cycle. Later on in the show, we're going to look at a super interesting technology of acetylene lamps, okay, carbide lamps, which are still used in the modern day in very remote sea buoys and some shipping, but they're an inexhaustible light supply, which I think, you know, maybe more used in Tartaria than we think. So we're going to have a look at that later. But the stuck in the wall hypothesis has been decoded out of contemporary music, a lot of it to do with Pink Floyd, and literature and maritime law. So the Phoenician law, the maritime law, the law of the sea that is in rule on the land, for some weird reason, tells us that we are lost at sea. We are dead souls lost at sea. Now, why the fuck would they tell us that in maritime law unless it's true? So we're going to think about being another brick in the wall. Like our realm is stuck in a wall. Actually, in a well, in a wall. In the wall of the well, which is the ice wall all around us. And I will explain all of this when I show you some graphics to try and explain it and some imagery. Now remember, these stars spiral, just like everything is spiraling in this place. The water down the plug hole, all of this is spiraling in a tourist nature. Everything seems to be going, spiraling somewhere. We're going to have a think about that. So clues in music, 1960s. We All Live in the Yellow Submarine was sung in my school. And we all thought, well, yeah, we're all in a yellow submarine then. Why are they telling us? Welcome to the machine. The word WELLcome. So we did propose, did the Phoenicians arrive in the wells, out of the water? Or are they in the water? The information is in the water that we're in, this ether solution, which is a thinner viscosity than the liquidy stuff that we witness covering the place. Water, or water, as we say in Britain. Okay, the water in Mallorca don't taste like water. So let me give you a few of you shouts and let you all rally in. So we're going to look at some humorous pictures. I'm going to decide whether or not these are adequate for later, because I showed them to Cheryl and she said they were really bad. I meant really rude. So I don't know. We're going to see about that. But roundtable meets, guys, they're on the cards. I would love to be able to, because there's been loads of people since I come back from America. It's like, what the fuck, Matt? It's like, why don't we do cool shit like that in Britain? So I will organise it. So if you're happy enough to break pattern and drag your ass out of the chair in the middle of winter, then I'll do something. We can all get together, have a big loving, like we do. I think it's awesome anyway. So and build it and they will come. So we're going to do a bit of that. I was also thinking about skywires as well. Proposed, and a guy came up to me in San Diego and Campbell, proposing that these wires that are all over the place, the sky wires, are actually attracting a charge, and it's coming straight out of the ether and being pumped straight into the houses, not being generated in an alternative place whatsoever, but just taken directly out of the ether into them capacitors that you see below these, especially in America, below the electricity pylons, and the electricity cables are absolutely everywhere. And actually it makes perfect sense to think that they would do that. They got free energy anyway, so all the rest is just a psyop and jobs for the boys. So this well, I want to talk about this well that we possibly be in. It is an hypothesis after all, and I'm gonna have fun saying it, and I'm gonna have some fun thinking it. My son Lawrence Lee could come up with some of this, also Lee and other people as well, little fragments of everyone's thinking. So this well, if you can imagine this tube as being a well, you can call it, if you want to use scientific terms, like, oh, that's real anyway, the quantum tunnel. The quantum tunnel, curiously, for some reason, can be infinitely big or infinitely small. So it can be capped on one end and capped on the other, like this. And with membranes, and the membranes I will show you are realms, and we are about there on the side of the well, on the inside, and I will explain as I go in my hypothesis. And if you are confused, don't worry, because you won't be confused about the anti-gravity underwear and all the other stuff I talk about later. But in the regard of all of this is being holographically projected out of the Fache sun, okay, and that we are, well, AI. You know, what is the nature of AI? It wants to learn and grow as it evolves. Okay, it's consciousness, if it is sentient. What, Cheryl?
It's the toilet paper roll.
The toilet paper roll.
We're stuck in a toilet paper roll.
This is a great scientific tool. This could explain a lot. Okay, and what I'm proposing now, right, might actually be the case. So don't even worry about it. It's a toilet roll tube, doesn't matter.
Hi.
They fixed the Apollo when it conked out on the way to moon with a pair of smelly socks and some scrubbers, and it managed to save all their lives, according to the movie. That's a joke. Obviously, no one's going anywhere. Anyway, so happy to see you, Jolly Man. Good to see you, my broski. And there is Christopher. We love you, Christopher. You are awesome. I can't wait to hook up with you again soon. Had an email of our friend George only this morning. Super excited. And he wants to do some ether popping. I watched Deadpool, Chris, Deadpool 2. You didn't say that Domino was a hot black chick. Okay, so you identify with hot black chick. No, she is awesomely lucky, and I can see how that works. Okay, I'm a bit like that. Okay, although it all explodes and goes to shit, but it all comes back together again after. It's curious, don't we? So good to see you, Pavlov Sheep. Attack of the Space Scrubbers. There's Klingons on the stab. About scrape them off, Jim. TW. And who's published this narrative saying we are dead? Well, if you don't actually register your child after 6 weeks in Britain, they are registered as dead at sea. Okay. And corporations, because mortgage, everything is in the dead sense, like as if everything is dead. I don't make the rules. That's in maritime law. Check it out for yourself. Charlotte White is there.
Your rolls look bigger than our rolls. You know,
it's a happy shopper roll. Okay, this is not a big roll. They do bigger than this in Britain. This is I'm in Britain. Okay, this is not Uzbekistan. We have stuff like toilet roll tubes. Just saying.
I'm not doing it.
Okay. And we got Sid John, good to see you, and Kay's in the house, and Scarlet 5 is in the house, and Kathleen's in the house, and Laurie, who's curious squirrel, who is in the house in lovely USA. We miss USA, but it's got huge. Oh, James, I had my bro here last night, Matthew Davis, and he's up there, boy, as well. So nice one, James Jenkins back. Good to see you from the diff, innit? True for YouTuber from the diff. Who knew? Scott Baker, good to see you, my friend. Change underwear before the rapture. That's probably good advice, actually. If you are going to go out, it's always good to change your underwear in case you get splattered by a truck or anything. You don't want them in the autopsy room to think you've got like skiddy underpants or anything. So make sure you sort that out. So I think that's good advice. So, but don't think about that, manifester. Sinceri, good to see you. Q-E-R. Scarlet, this is our ER call, okay, in homage to all donkeys around the world. Your rolls look bigger. Yeah, they're not. It's just because it's a camera and I held it closer. And it's all pixels. Makes it smaller. Randy, good to see you. Yeah. Oh, shit. I need to pee on time out then. This fucking thing. Okay, I can't say that word, but much love to you. Thanks for coming. Michael, good to see you. Good to see you. Positive. And Ballistic Media, who's doing a video tomorrow, I see with Mark Devlin, who've done a mods party this week. And she done me and Cheryl skating. We were roller skating or something, or roller blading.
We were roller skating.
Yeah, we were roller skating and stuff, which I can't do in real life, by the way, at all. Emma, Rose, good to see you. So yeah, we're going to have a new thought process, just for fun, and see what you think about all this. If you are a flat earther, or or not, it doesn't even matter, because what I'm going to propose is off the back of what they're telling us put together. So make your own mind up. So, Eric, good to see you. Don't get stuck. Well, if you're stuck in the wall, it needs a little nudge, but, we'll see what happens anyway. So, I'm going to share screen. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, my screen just went fucking big. Holy shit, no. Oh, sorry, I went small again. Okay, I'm going to present screen, guys. Please make sure to share this video out if you would. And if you are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. And I will attempt to make some sense of what I'm going to talk about, which is probably not going to be easy. Okay. So the quantum tunnel, or the well. Well. Welcome to the machine. It's all right. We know where you've been. So that's what we're going to think about. Okay. It's going to get weird. Now, what we do notice is that the stars, not so much the wandering stars, they seem to be doing their own thing. But what we do seem to see is that when you look at these stars through a camera or a P900 camera, they seem to be waveforms in different beautiful colors coming through what looks like a watery medium. Because I think that is exactly what is happening. And that this water is circulating, okay, like a plug hole, because everything in this place is circulating. If a dog goes to lay down, it will turn around twice on the torus to unwind itself. Animals do it, humans do it. They do. The necessity to do a line dance, or excuse me, or a ring dance is practiced by every culture, guys. Yeah, it's something that, sitting around a campfire, we do it in a circle, guys, all around us. This is something that we do. So the stars above us, they circle above our heads in exactly the same way, just like they're going down a well of water. So I'm just using words like a well. You're thinking in the context of a well you get and pick your water out, you know. This is just a cylinder of stone, if you like, a wall that we're stuck in. And I'll give you a graphic to try and elaborate it. Now, what you see here is, what if the sun is a lake of fire, okay, or a plasma lake? And we are at some certain well depth, not quite in. Not quite in. In fact, if you look here on the side, you can see that this here, okay, is our inertia plane. Okay, this orange line is our inertia plane, which is 12 kilometers below our feet. We are on the plane, the inertia plane is below our feet. We wouldn't be able to stand on it. The Libra sign shows you this. So, and then we have the dome over us. Lots think here, ancient civilizations suggest it, so we'll just say that it is. It's keeping the water out from water densities, held in place by an acoustic frequency, maybe given off by Mount Meru. Anyway, so we are stuck on the side of this wall. Now, this is all tied in with Reset, Antiquitech, and everything else. So, another brick in the wall. So we are trapped within the wall of a well tunnel, or the quantum tunnel, if you want to call it that. The surface of the wall we are stuck on is the ice wall, which moves. And we move within the ice. Other realms are also stuck in this ice wall, which we can walk to. The reflection of the other realms, also within the wall, can be seen in an apparent reflection image. So astrophysicists are looking at stuff further. They think far away, and what they're really looking at is those reflections that are in the well with us. Apparent, because it's through water. Like when you see a fish and you try to grab it, it's never where you see it because it's apparent. And the sun and the moon, possibly also. So you could go to other realms. I'll explain in a minute. You could go to other realms, like they say that there's other realms like Mars and Venus and Pluto, they say outwardly, but they're in the well water and they are also within reach through the wall. So the wall, the ice wall, is being guarded. And all of the NASA funds, the 18 million a day or whatever they take, they do with something because they're not sending anyone to space with it. So what are they doing with it? They are guarding Antarctica. They are guarding Antarctica because the Antarctica wall is the wall that we're stuck in, and that there are others, and they are guarding. And they have done some sort of business with these others, and they've exchanged technologies along the way, which they told us they did. Bit of an exchange thing going on. So they are close by. Now, this membrane that is on the top and on the bottom. Now, this membrane, okay, that you'll see at the top and the bottom, instant travel through the wall. Outside of this tube is the missing universe and other tunnels, what they call subspace. Don't think that in a form of space and gravity and vacuum. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying subspace between tunnels. So there would be no time, just eternity, and all would be mind. So you die inside this tunnel, you return back to the eternal mind. And the reconstitutor, which is the sun, which is losing its battery charge because people in this realm have got caught up with the negativity and the fear and the darkness perpetrated by them. The whoever, the Illuminati, the powers that should not be, doesn't even matter. What it is doing is it's darkening people's minds and it's making them scared about everything, and everyone's become a cry fucking baby, unfortunately. So because of that, it's the density is getting a darker realm, and the light beings that are here, they are shining ever so much more brightly because it's the the positive spirits and the positive souls that will recharge this battery, this sun battery, when it goes out. But this idea still gives, you know, idea that there is more. And clues like the song Helter Skelter by the Beatles. You get to the top and you get to the bottom of the ride, and then you go for a ride, and then you go back into the constitutor. And what we find here is we have a north and south cold and hot magnetic rotation. So I explained this on the Four Angels concept with magnetic repulsion and attraction driving the luminaries of what they call the sun and the moon over our plane. And as you can see, they would move, and they do as they come. They arc over us, where this plane here facing this way, and the sun and the moon arc over us into the reconstitutor, only to repeat the cycle. And there is a time limit. And these realms, they're also stuck. And now what you find here below the inertia plane, remember, they can't get that far down. They don't know what's there. They've only been 12 kilometers down, is what we regard as the abrasive layer, and it's generating heat. And that heat spawns earthquakes, volcanoes, and resets. It's this abrasive layer, this rubbing, that you can hear on some of these YouTube recordings, and people say it's the dome. It's the dome. It sounds like mechanical settings, and it sounds like it's made of metal. What you're hearing is the abrasive layer generating heat. Now, Antiquitech can also come into question here. So metal hitting the quantum wall creates a plasmatic event. So this could happen every 138 years, just as Jason Arcaics suggested. That could be the cycle complete. And then between battery charges. And this plasmatic event is caused by the abrasive layer rubbing. Now, Antiquitech could amplify and be used to protect from a plasmatic event, a plasma event. Antiquitech could have protected this realm. This is why they melted civilizations that never had Antiquitech. So I know these civilizations that never had Antiquitech to protect them from this battery change. I'm afraid they got melted. Resetting the computer. Computer melted down. This is why lightning comes from below, because the abrasive layer is generating the charge, not the geode, but the abrasive layers creating the electricity. Remember, lightning comes from the ground, not from above. Friction creates heat, and it doesn't need to rub that much, that violently, but it does rub below the inertia plane. The Great Flood, Noah's flood. Something floods this plane completely. So the wall or the dome was breached, and the levee braked, and the water's gone in. If it keeps on raining, the levee's gonna break. But it was sealed by an electromagnetic seal, an electromagnetic vibration, which is still in play today. And that was created by Antiquitech. And some of this Antiquitech is still active today, I think. Here's some evidence of some Antiquitech in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, captured by Flat Earth British peeps in the past. There is an audio that goes with this, which is haunting, and it is Antiquitech being used. So what we notice is they put a fuck ton of these towers everywhere. They just shit out of nowhere, haven't they? They just shit out of nowhere. All of a sudden, these, what you call 5G towers, 5G towers. So could it be that they are doing the Antiquitech job and to try and preserve this place and to try and you know, this place is doing an economy save. This is the reason why we shut down our avatars at night. You know, we sleep a fuck ton of our lives for some reason, and then we get our data and our downloads. And what happens really when we go to sleep? You know? So I think Antiquitech was protecting us in the past, guys, and I think that this reset cycle, okay, let me just stop sharing screen a minute. is at a set time. And let me just get back to just sharing my images a minute. If you just excuse me a second. Okay. Okay. So this this well, if you like, this quantum tunnel. If you just share screen a second again. It's me. Is between these two. It's between these two there, and we're stuck in between it. Okay, and these thin, whatever they are, realms of existence. There are many realms of existence. I'm not saying space, I'm not saying galaxies, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying realms. Like the old word for worlds was actually realms. This place is realms, like Tesla said. So stuck in a well, lost at sea, if you like, or just stuck. And there's a cycle to it. Okay, a set cycle. And that is what I'm proposing. Another brick in the wall. Something for you to think about. There's lots more with it, guys. It's only a work in progress, as is the Fasce sun. Another clue is the boy in the bubble as well. If you're the boy in the bubble, you can call me Al. Al is AI. Yeah. Paul Simon album. That's actually a cracking video. So there was some other things that I was going to propose, but I think I'll back off on them. So we're going to have a look at some different subjects now. That was my hypothesis for this week, to give you something to think about. Can't say you ever thought that before, that we're stuck in a well. Well. Welcome to the machine. It's all right, we know where you've been. Hi, Terry. Good to see you. So, John Travolta. John Revolting. See, what's that, son? Bit complex for most, methinks. No, the flat earthers, they'll get on it. And it doesn't matter anyway if it's too complex, because, you know, it's what it is. Okay, hi, Eric. Good to see you. Boring. Boing. Mr. C, good to see you. Okay. We're going to have a funny time later. We're going to have a funny sesh. Okay, little funny sesh. We're going to have a funny sesh, babe. And not only that, I made a video for you all as well. Okay, and it's got like go-go dancers, women from the 60s gyrating their bodies, and troopy music to go along with it. Do you fancy that? Stick around, that's later. I made it special for you. Small town good girl, good to see you. Sorry you're late. Sorry I'm late. Small town girl, you know. What can I say? You're late. Yeah? We'll do it again. Somewhere in
naughty chair.
Yeah. Go to the naughty chair. Stand in the corner, put fingers on your lips, stop talking.
And sit there till you're nicer to yourself.
Yeah, you are biometric. Yeah, look at Sean Young when they told her in the movie Blade Runner, you're a robot. She didn't seem too fucking happy about it, but you know, considering you're in Tron, it's a dream in a dream. It doesn't even matter anyway. Just forget. Scarlet Fire. It's true. Your consciousness affects the future. The group consciousness even more. Definitely true. More power, more impact, more usage. Expect good positive things, and expect good positive things with group and like-minded good souls. I completely agree with that, Scarlet Fire. That's really good. That's where we're going. We're going to do some good positive work. What we're finding, and what I'm finding, I speak for myself, is a lot of stuff in the realm on the internet, like YouTube stuff, not all of it. Yeah, there's loads of cute dog videos and other positive stuff out there, I'm sure. It's just I don't seem to be seeing it. It's like a lot of stuff just really sucks on the internet, and it's all like negativity based, because it's part of like mind control and MK Ultra to keep everyone in a negative state. So then fucking hell, we're gonna get fucking killed, we'll get wiped out, that sort of thing going on, you know, which I Why is that even an issue? Makes no sense. So, Ballerina Scott, good to see you, my friend. 432 Rock is where it's at. So, give you a few more shouts, and I'm going to get into the rest of the juices. Would not be a planet be part of a much larger plane? Would not. No, they added a T to make it a planet. I'm not feeling any of that planety stuff like ever in my existence. It's just not. That's not. No planets. They're just words that they say. Okay, they're not even saying there's water out there. Right. So Milwani, good to see you. That said poses the question: why do the structures now need lightning conductors? Because they get struck by lightning like regularly, and then they put it. I literally fitted copper fucking strips down the side of buildings and straight into the ground, into grounding ports, where it just goes into the ground. But in the past, they would have utilized and not wasted all of that amazing electricity juice. Okay, and it would have been utilized. But the atmosphere that you're in now is completely different to several hundred years ago. What we're witnessing in the 1700s is Antiquitech was really, really high and positive charge in the electrostatic field. It was buzzing. And there was a lot more, you know, even in the record, you check it, it's like the whole of the 1700s is like, you know, really big biblical events, earthquakes, fucking comets causing this and that. And the whole thing, you know, is just utter craziness. Something really bad happened in the 1700s and the 1800s. And I've been around 57 years and not too much has happened, really. It's mostly just stuff on the television has happened, which is really weird. So Terry, good to see you. Alpha Pendragon, good to see you, sir. Welcome to the Flat Earth British think tank. And personification, good. Hey all, good to see you. Playing Flat Earth. The only realm I see, I will believe, is the one I am in. Well, that's it in here. The thing is you know, the street over there, yeah, like over there, is it actually needing to be there for you to, like, because you're not going to perceive it. It's out of your dome of perception. So it's not really needed. And this place is an energy saver. So I don't think all of that realm out there is actually needed for you, just your immediate space or wherever you are and how far you can see your atmospheric dome. I think none of it's out there. Is there anybody out there? Nope. All is mind. It's fun, isn't it? I know. Emma, it's a good new way of thinking. Stan, good to see you. What do you think Middle East countries are going? I don't want to sound unkind like this. I'm going to say this in a Buddhist nature. I couldn't give a fuck. It's on the telly, isn't it? I'm sure people are getting blown up in it all the time, guys, out there somewhere. And it is bad. I do feel like, you know, it's really sad. People are crying and stuff. But we're not doing that on Flat Earth British. We are the antidote to all the neggy shit. So we're just only thinking about how to counteract it. It's not think about, you know, anything like that. Selfishly. Even though I know it's there. Not focusing on it. Making it real. Do you know what I mean? So, Kathleen, good to see you. And Jeremiah, he's back in the house. Good to see you the other night in our chattage for the epic show with Christopher and Christopher Gardner and Epic Joel. We love them guys. They're super smart. And it was a good little match of peeps as well. Really love that. Really love that. Do more of that. It's one of my favorite discussions I've had in all the years on YouTube. It really was. It's next level discussion. Thanks, Shaq. You were in on that one. There she is, front row seat. Come all the way from America land to Britain. What were you thinking? She's like, how are you all alive? Lots and lots of thin layers of clothing. Okay, you dress appropriately. This is how you stay alive in Britain.
Love is blind.
Don't watch the news. Love is blind. Good to see you, Robert's Nest. There was a Robert Nest. There used to be a really good program called Robert's Nest on British television. I used to like. So thanks, Lisa Jet. Right, let's have a look at these. Not that gravity is a thing, right? But anti-grav. Okay, well, let's just say electromagnetics. Okay, or something that's creating lift, or let's say a load of scarab beetle stuff put all over your budgie smugglers. You're going to float. In this, I think there was definitely a technology going on, and it makes so much sense about these gowns, you know, dragging in the mud. Makes no fucking sense. They'd literally pick up a ton of mud and they wouldn't be able to move if the women were walking anyway in the late Victorian era with all that shit and mud everywhere, and the horses and the smell and the it makes no fucking sense to me. Anyway, how are you all surviving in this world? Through positive intent. Okay, that's the way to survive. It's logical too. Okay, and just be love. That's a good one. Be kind. That's another. And stay away from loud, vexatious people. They're hazardous to your soul. And icky vibes. Stay the fuck away from them. They won't help you anyway. And people who suck your energy off and leave you flat, tired, and like discharged because they sucked all your energy away because they can't create a reality for themselves. So they suck it from you. It was just like, my fucking drain my battery. Then you've got to watch that as well, because not everyone is a creator in this place, and they want to suck off your charge. I don't mean that in a rude way. Okay, let's share screen. Let's have a look at some cool stuff. This is amazing, right? So they said it wasn't an actuality. I'm saying, what if it was? Edison's anti-grav. Okay, pretty funky this. Anti-gravity Bundy pants, or for nuns, nunderwear. Okay, there they are, anti-grav underwear. So you can imagine, right? So I'll give you a link. That is, how do you do this? I'll give you a link that will show you, excuse me, the narrative behind this. So they basically made a satirical, I'm trying to find out if I can full screen this shit. Oh, there you go. A satirical cartoon of it in Punch magazine, a famous Victorian magazine in Britain. But it makes so much sense. Some of these museums have pictures really high up, and all of these massive spiral staircases and the stuff that seems to be big enough only for giants. Not if you've got an electromagnetic underpants or petticoat or electromagnetic clothing on underneath at all. Or in the case of this gentleman, you know, this is like Hermes with his wing boots. He's flying around and shit. All of them are doing it. I suggest this is electromagnetic technology going on, okay? So some of them haven't bought any electromagnetic underpants. They need to catch up with the times. So let's just imagine that that might have been a thing. And that's why they haven't got to go and drag them skirts around in the mud. So Edison's anti-gravity underclothing. Here we see kite babies. So the babies, okay, now this is perfectly safe. You know, in the future, they're going to have jetpack babies go past the window. This is a version of jetpack babies in the past. So you tether them to a cycle, or you tether them to your dog, and then you can go and take them for a float around the park. It's really healthy. See, I'm just saying, I think this is a thing. Anyway. Then you can have some fun. Edison's anti-gravity underclothing. Apparently, you know, if things are talked about as, you know, like an existence, they've talked about, they become real. I think this was real. I really do think it was real. This is The Flyer Man, 1870. I've showed you this book before. It's from a French book about a guy who went in exploration. He found a race of people in supposed Antarctica. And these people in wingsuits, which go shopping and floating around with their electromagnetic floaty maglev technology, wings and umbrellas. Now, remember Mary Poppins, the witch? What does she fly around using? A buggerella. Indeed, it was a form of technology. She floats around. This is an image from an old video that I showed years ago. 1920, showing ladies using an umbrella for an antenna for wireless telephones in the 1920s. Okay, as you can see there. And here, lightning rod umbrellas look safe. Okay, so they're only saying that. This is words added to the image, interpreting the image. What if it wasn't that? What if it was literally like, how many people get struck by lightning walking down the road with their umbrella? Like fucking none. So it could have been some sort of technology going on there, guys. Me think. So I think it's the thing. Let me show you this website. It's absolutely fantastic. How the fuck do I get out of here? Oh my god, no. Excuse me. Please feel free to share this out. Exit full screen. There you are. I'm using a new laptop. I don't know how it works really. Okay, so this link I can share with you. There's some really incredible links which are not actually that crazy or bullshit attached to it as well. So this one is the Edison put forward this idea in History of the Future book, which I'll show you just in a minute. Some of the stuff in there is absolutely insane. And the book. So there was a time in the 19th century when it seemed that Thomas Edison could do just about anything. So much so the Brits in the London Punch gave him a tongue-in-cheek credit for inventing flying, so to speak, or anti-gravity underwear. So they're giving him credit for something he made or didn't make. I don't know. But there's a good idea anyway for people getting around in these massive Tartarian buildings. Might make sense of why no toilets in Tartaria, because everyone's got maglev technology and everyone's floating around like fish in the sky. And these, these crazy long gowns with the crinoline, it's just, and the hoops as well to hold it all out. We have talked about this in the past being some sort of technology, guys, haven't we? And flying babies, tethered to a dog as well was something else apparently talked about. Whether or not it happened, I don't know. But they state, whoever the author is probably, perhaps it's too easy to make fun of this invention, seemingly highly dubious, but somehow still within the realm of possibility. Yeah. After all, was the beginning of a phenomenal run of creativity by 1879 to Edison. So they're saying, actually, it sounds fantastic, but it's not out of the bounds of possibility. It was doable. And there's Edison, the opposition to Tesla, apparently. And some of the cartoons taking a piss out of his maglev underpants. You can see him standing on some stilts there, floating with some crazy underwear on. I don't know what machinery he's got going on in the background. Robots there, or maybe diving equipment. Some curious things in this cupboard. I don't know what them things are. Anyway, so I'll share these links for you so you can study them yourself after this post. But, some of the gowns they used to wear, they wear these shit out. It just makes no sense. Oh, she's a wedding. She's going to go up to the church, white wedding gown and drag through all that cow shit and mud that's outside the church everywhere. You've seen it, guys. Makes no sense. So I think there was some sort of technology going on, which we've called this many, many times. The laces were treated with mercury, give rise to electromagnetic properties. Felt was also treated with mercury and arsenic, also giving it electromagnetic properties. A lot of this clothing was protective. Capes, superheroes have capes. Why were people wearing long capes? Well, I think that they were maybe like electromagnetic technology. All superheroes have capes. All kings as well. You see in Renaissance pictures as well. They all have the red cape going on. The cape, like St. George, he's got a red cape. So maybe the capes are a technology, or maybe in this case, harping back to a technology that was existing in the past. So just mag out of you and have a look at some of these chicks who've got crazy. See, it gets to the when they get concrete and they get a bit more sensible. They get a bit higher because you don't want your gown dragging in all that shit and all of that sewerage. It makes no sense, does it? So Okay, let's have a look. What's this? This is so you can get maglev bras as well, which is really handy for the fuller lady. Keep you pert with your new maglev bra, and you can float around by your boobs. I bet that'd be lovely. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, let's have a look at it. So she might be AI. She looks a bit modern looking, doesn't she? So these look like mentally ill people. I think they are from my lunatics collection. So, so there's some go-go dancers there. Let's have a little look here. No, it's nothing to do with history. No, they just come up. It's nothing to do with me. This is Do the Hustle by Pans People. I'm embarrassed that I know that, but it is. Yeah, she's getting it. She's getting it. So this is all torus field technology, actually, Cheryl. You can see that the way that they're moving in a torus nature.
It is.
Thank you. It is. That's right. It is. So, see these? They're in the mud. They've got lovely colours on, though, in Russia. The better clothing going on there. So, let's have a look at crazy knickers. So this one here, she's a bit of a girl, and she nearly brought down a religion when she shagged the Maharishi. He was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I loved you in that film, Rosemary's Baby, when you slept with the devil." You know, Maharishi. Yeah, she's a strange one. I don't want to talk about. Don't talk about her. The spirit is somewhere still living in Dakota. You probably don't know this guy here. Yeah. Do you know this guy here, Cheryl?
Who?
That's Aunt Sally. She makes cakes, and that is Wurzel Gummidge. He can put different heads on, meaning like he's got different heads. You probably know this though. Oh no, that's not Dallas. This is dysentery. I mean Destiny, Dynasty.
Just be naughty because you want to.
I'm not being naughty because I want to.
You want to, but it's good.
Being naughty. I'm just showing pictures that just come up naturally. It's nothing to do with me. Okay, let's have a look at these. Oh yeah, 60s dancing. Pants people. You probably know about Benny Hill in America, don't you? Yeah, I know. Seen some guy doing a TikTok video, laughing at Benny Hill. It's like we've got more comedy than that. Anyway, let's move on. So I'll share these links. This is that magazine that it actually appeared in, and it's fucking amazing. See this? This is like a mandala, which I've got on the wall. I've got a hand threaded mandala. Probably took 1,000. I bought that in Antique years ago. It's beautiful. And a mandala here, but it's not. This is the blueprint for the footprint of a building, actually a city. Circuit board city. Let me just show you this. The moment I've seen it, it's got 4 angels. Mount Mara's got everything in it. Microcosm, macrocosm. Also looks exactly like circuit boards in a computer. Yeah, because we're in fucking Tron. There. So it looks like that from above. Wow. This was proposed in 1842. A vision of a future city. And it's based on the mandala. Or the mandala, which Christopher talked about as this amazing science experiment that went on, and they tried to see where the sun was at certain places in time. And he said that all of them have got this calculation going that it was a mandala. This place was a mandala, which it is. There it is. Mount Mary in the center, 4 angels, even the inertia plane right the way through the middle. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a series a couple of weeks ago called The Greatest Secret Never Told, synopsis about the fasces and that. 4 angels, information's in there. All in my first book, The Holy Grail of Our Flat Earth. It's all in there. So there's some super interesting things in here. So this science book that proposed maglev Bundy pants, which I haven't really heard of. A combination of sweat and electricity. So electricity is really good for you. I've been healed recently by electricity in my fascia, which I'm in shit tons less. I'm so grateful for to be in less pain because I'm usually wake up and first thing I'm aware of. Not anymore. Thank you, Cheryl. And I got given a TEMS unit, and it's just putting electricity through the fascia. And I watched a video. We watched a video. Someone sent me my emails last night concerning this scientist talking. He was actually an optometrist, and he showed you like the eye and the fascia connected. And he was on about the fascia in the body, and it gets locked and blocked through stress, and it can be unlocked by electrical currents. He was actually trying to sell these TEMS devices, is what he was trying to do. Some like sort of TED talk thing. So, the vision of a future city, 1842. It's fantastic. Look at that. It's just amazing. Mandala. Giving it, sacred principles in its architecture. There's that thing to your consciousness that, Cheryl will tell you, she's sensitive to vibrations, and she goes in older buildings here, and she feels what the design was about, the Antiquitech. She picks up on it, yeah? Like we went in Cardiff Castle in that room at one time. She was like, oh my God, like. They just don't do that they haven't got these divine principles and this technology in modern buildings. They're just soulless fucking places with no Antiquitech going on. We need a stroke of genius. Well, that's all right. There's a few on the internet. They're coming together. So these nuclear scientists, they talk a pack of shit, don't they? So they don't really, can't prove the implosion technique outside of YouTube videos. And Oppenheimer, excuse me, he looks like a proper like serial killer or something. I wouldn't trust Oppenheimer as far as I could throw him. Not been unpleasant, but have you seen him? He looks like Skeletor. We have become the destroyers of worlds. I picked that up in the back of our Gita because I'm very, very clever. It's like, no, you fucking ain't. And you're going to get fucked over by Edward Teller in a couple of years. Going to fuck you and your brother up. But, in hindsight, you probably didn't know that. The thought machine. Now, very unusual. Our computer's been listening to us. Me and Cheryl were talking about something last night. And by this morning, it's all over fucking YouTube. Isn't it?
It was.
It's listening. Well, obviously, because you got to say, one Siri, and she's going, what? What you want, Matt? She don't. She can't understand a fucking word I say. I got Siri on there. She can't understand me. But if she says it in Texan, yo, give me some Mississippi Delta blues. Siri runs away and gets it. I say, in perfect English, could I have some bluegrass Mississippi Delta blues, please? And I get like fucking Teletubbies. I don't understand me.
We don't know. Nobody here is speaking English, really, I don't think.
I think you'll find we actually invented the language. Okay? It's called English because it's in England. Okay? I think you'll find. Oh, I claim everything. You can't have that as well. That one's ours, babe. We did the English language.
Okay.
Okay. But in hindsight, it was phonetics, and it was from the Phoenicians, and they're from your place. Okay? They come from the old world and fucked everybody up.
I know.
Come and took over our beautiful Tartarian golden era.
What's that have to do with me?
Fucked our shit up.
Why are you pointing at me? I didn't do it.
Because you said we're not speaking English. We obviously are. I'm just Welsh. I'm going to be... Anyway.
It is English.
So they got... Oh, they were talking about machines that can read your mind. Okay? I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking right now. Yeah, that's not fair. That's unfair. That's not fair. Okay. I'm going to stop saying words in a minute. Okay, amazing stories. What are they doing here? Oh, I don't know. It looks really trippy, though. Oh, it's to do with atoms. Okay, I'll leave all that alone. So I've looked into Albert Rabida in the past to show you his visionary futuristic stuff, where he shows you air balloons and cars and all of that cool, groovy Tartarian stuff floating around in the air, because everything was maglev technology, because we had a different atmosphere than we have now. Okay. Crazy tubes, baseball cannons, logic, and the fourth dimension, monkey bars. There's a head fuck. Let's not go into that. Okay. And views of the tesseract, the cube within a cube, are only reference to the fourth dimension. And if the fourth dimension's there, we're only going to see a sliver anyway, so it doesn't even matter if it's there or not, because just going to slice. As Carl say, you fucking keep going on about. But there is a kid, he's about 14 on YouTube, and he talks about trying to explain the fourth dimension. You ever seen that kid?
Nope.
Super genius kid. So explains it better than anyone I've ever heard, including Carl fucking Sagan. Shill. Anyway, so drunk speaker of the dead. Is he dead? Fuck yeah, he is. So I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I'll give you. Oh, look at this: lunar spacesuits, 1950, airlock, oxygen supply, radio, asbestos, and a movie crew in the fourth wall right by there. So they were talking about doing stupid stuff like that way back then. Okay. Suspended railroads and elevated highways in Los Angeles, 1939 proposed, and use the blueprints for it. Elevated highways, sky trains as well, look, just like they had in Germany. See, what if they did have all that? You just jump it all up the timelines. You don't know what you're looking at. They say it's one age, it could be another. We could be looking further back in time, especially with the destruction photographs we've been looking at San Francisco. We don't know when we're looking at. That's freaky. So anyway, I'll give you this. An optical device helps women choose gowns. All right, holography. So apparently they were saying back in the past that women could choose gowns by choosing them on a like holography. Yeah, I can see loads of different permeations for that. Can you?
Tensor hologram right there.
Tensor hologram right
there.
there. Even then, guys, how are we not in one? If this super future, this is technology, really. We watched The Matrix again the other day. I mentioned on the last show. And you can see on the clip when they remove the bug from Neo's belly and then they drop it outside in the rain. She spotted it. There's computer code in the raindrops. But I've experienced code in this place when you get down to the fractal geometry of this place. I've experienced code. I know this fucking place is coded by an intelligent design. I know it is. It's not, I believe it is. I know it is. Fibonacci sequence. Fucking, there's too many things that show you this place is intelligently designed.
Or it has to be a hologram or something.
It's why it has to be a hologram or something. And it's the sense of it. It is that's going on. This place is malleable and it is a dream world. You know, this is not the real world, guys. You know, we could be in pod life. Them spooky glasses that people used to be super interested. I've seen some like it. They didn't do it. You see people's auras. Jason had a pair. I tried them on. Fucking weird, especially tripping. And you just see, I see auras anyway. I don't need any assistance. I see auras on cars and buses. Even they've got like auric fields and buildings and people and animals and all of it. And all of it. I see. So I'll share that link with you later. Okay. So interesting. Definitely worth a look. Okay. I'll share that with you later. So more craziness. This is really interesting. Carbide lamps. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with carbide lamps, but I think they could have had a good permeation in the past and use, okay, and more like, you know, than we thought, because they're an inextinguishable light supply, and the technology is super fab as well. So what you see here is the carbide lamp or the acetylene lamp. It was used by coal miners. It's used in old remote lighthouses. And in the modern day, still used on some ships as navigational aids, like port and starboard lamps, and lighthouses and buoys, sea buoys in remote places. They're used as perpetual light sources in the underworld, or in all of these spaces that are under every city, everywhere in the world, all of these spaces where everyone was living underground. Oh, it was on the surface during the flood. They used to use, now I had a dynamo on my bike as a kid, and a dynamo is definitely a form of free energy because the wheel turns and it turns a little wheel on top of a bottle. We created a charge and lit my light up. I thought it was fantastic, my first gyro lamp on my bike. It was better than my bike. And I was completely fascinated with that tech. And this is the technology here. So these lamps were installed into carriages and cars in your world. And even, as I said, bicycles. Okay. So the technology, there you are, you can see them used in coal, you know, in cavers headwear as well. is this. This is the power source. It's quite simple, actually, in which the light source is acetylene flame, and it's produced by a chemical reaction of calcium carbide in water. Creates the chemical reaction, you get electricity. And these lamps were installed, as I said, all over antiquity and lasted an infinitely long time. Interesting? Yeah, perpetual lighting, guys. We looked into limelight as well, that they were using. I mean, the think tank, we were using limelight in the theatres, but that was some sort of weaker technology for, I think, more advanced technology in limelighting. There they are. The acetylene lamps last a long, long time, and a really, really useful way to charge your batteries just by adding water. And they were used in people's houses. They are Union carbide gas before winter sets in store. Okay, they were having just in there the lighting. Okay, always buy carbide in blue and grey drums for the highest quality. Radium heaters, they had carbide gas lamps, which use no energy. No, it's no wires to the electric grid. It's pretty groovy, I thought. Anyway, so there they are, acetylene lamps. A form, if you like, of free energy. Okay, we're moving on. That was a good mind splat. Mind splat 1, mind splat 2. So I created this video for you. I'm just going to come back for a minute and see what I want, because I have no idea if I'm even talking to myself. Oh, there I am. Good to see you guys. British, innit? Really flat thumbs. So the first bit about the hole in the wall hypothesis, all in all, you're just another brick in the wall. It's been put together because it makes sense of a lot of it. Okay, I quite like it, but we've got all this work that we've been doing on the Sunnies of Fasces and tensor holography, which is fantastic. I'm going to show you in a little while these maps, which I'm very grateful to be in possession of. I got them from Tony. We love Tony, and she's a California lady, and she gave me them, and they are 300-year-old, some of them. So I downloaded some because the Great Lakes are to fuck and make no sense. And there's also like weird stuff like man-eating Indians and Texas for any actual people. So apparently, so it was all fucked up. And that's one there after the flood. So, and I got turned on to some books. Excuse me, could you pass me them books over, Cheryl? So we went to the book tree in San Diego, and this Nick Hayes book. If you do watch my channel, I've seen stuff in the sky as well. Okay, I'm not saying they're aliens or anything, but contact me if you think. And Paul Tice thinks that we should hook up. So, and Paul's like, as you know, just a beautiful human being. We love Paul Tice, the owner of the book tree in San Diego. So he turned me on to some books in the book tree, and I got Mushrooms and Mankind. Jesus is a magic mushroom, and this is taken from this book, which gives you shit tons of evidence, like old, cave paintings, reliefs, church windows, etc., which show you that Jesus Christ is a psychedelic technology, which would give you Christ consciousness experience. Anyway, so it makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, so how many people we got watching? I have no idea whatsoever. Okay, excuse me. Okay. So Marticus didn't Farticus Esquire's got nearly 600 people watching. Thanks, guys. Good to see you. Happy Flatterday. It's good to be back anyway. In old Blighty. It's got a certain atmosphere about it all, hasn't it, Britain? Most people don't like it yet, But I think you should just that's just resistance. I think you should like it. And maybe it'll turn out all right. It's not all bad, is it? No. Don't agree. Chris?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to do the chat, and you're talking
Jeffrey?
to me.
Oh, wait by the water. Did you try and hook up with us at Houston and we missed you? Oh, sorry about that. We were there though, and the map was on the website. So, other stuff. Now, I've had 2 people contact me. They haven't had hard drives or something. One come back in the post and another one never had one. So I got the addresses wrong. I got them in my emails and I got to get them out this week. I would have copied them this week, but I've been busy every single day with bullshit. So I'm sorting all that and I'm going to have time next week to copy my hard drives and send them off to you. Please bear with me. And I do apologize for 2 people in in 100 or something. It wasn't that bad, all many people. So sorry about that. And it will be with you. So Weights by the Water, put out in the open for everyone to see. Well, all is in plain sight. It just needs decoding. And the bottle, which is courage in Britain, to say so. On actually give a fuck to say so. So that's what I'm doing. We don't need no education. Typical English guy. Anyone seen the intelligent fungi experiments in China? No, I knew a mushroom. He was a fungi. Experiments in China, I think. They used to map out underground systems. Yes! Yeah, I do know about that. And I heard one of the biggest organisms on Earth is actually a mushroom that grows under New Mexico. And it covers like miles and miles and miles. It just comes up in certain places, but it's all one plant. I also heard the Great Barrier Reef was one of the biggest organisms on Earth. I don't know. Anyway, just saying. They say a lot of stuff. Sean Lindsay, good to see you. My ancestors are from England. Well, there you go, bud. It's good, isn't it? Mine do too. Garden Goddess, who's Linda. Good to see you, Linda. Welcome back to Flat Earth British. My bro Scott. I went through my hard drive. I found all my rock collection you sent me of 432. Me and Sharon are going to go through it. It's all B52s, which I fucking love. I love B52 so much.
They have great vibes.
Yeah, great vibes. And they got a certain atmosphere to their music, haven't they? That always makes me feel high even when I'm not. Do you know what I mean? So good.
It's not the norm.
It's not the norm. They're different. They were so eclectic. They were so
they're unapologetically themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
They're authentic.
Authentic. That's what they were. And a great bunch of people who come together or creative like that to do that. Amazing. Yeah, I love that.
It wasn't trying to fit in.
They didn't fit in.
They didn't, so they stopped trying.
What's happening in the Saxon? It's damp. Don't worry. It's Britain in it. Misty Will, good to see you. They have some beautiful places. They have fantastic places in Britain. They have loads of big fuck off architecture, old as shit. All of the narratives to go with them. I'll just say non-truthful. What's happening, my bro? It's D'Angelo, my friend from down south. You southerner. Pamela, good to see you. So, one of my favourite trolls. I love my trolls. Thinks that I got cloned and replaced in America. No. Says this is the evidence. Although I've had this on for like 10 years or something. More than that. Since I was 40. 56. See, I don't think that's even humanly possible because I've got so many like things that I do and different things. So it's just like you can't copy that shit. Lindsay. It's weird. It's the internet, isn't it? Jolly man, good to see you, my bro. Don't agree. Obviously, I'm not cloned. Crafty King. These salt lamps don't like the cold. They go all drippy, do they? Where is Martin? That's not his place. What's that mean, Shay?
I don't know.
What's that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I'm scared now. Jess? Will Christmas bash be the United States? No, it will be in the UK because I've already done 3 bashes in the United States. I've done a tour of Britain last year, most of it, and I've done like a tour of the US this year and spent 4 months of this year almost in America land. So we're doing something in Britain now because how many times you crossed the Atlantic this year, Cher?
5.
5 times.
Gonna do it again in January.
5 times. How many times did I cross it?
2.
Well, both ways. So 4 in all.
4.
4. And you 8.
in me 8. I don't even know anymore, Martin. I don't know what's happening.
Do you know how many times that is around the globe?
Several.
It's a joke. It's a little flat Earth joke there. And there's Linda. So that's a long way. And drove me across America twice as well. And across the world 4 times across the Atlantic. Fucking hell. Union Carbide to kill more Indians than John Wayne. Well, they do if you're in Bhopal, yeah, and the Union Carbide plant melts down. That was gnarly, wasn't it? So, Shelley, see you. All's good because they're sending people to the moon now to make it all better. So, there you go. And they cook wicked food. My mind is overwhelmed with what a burger, sorry. I'll give you that. Whataburger's fucking lush. We had a Whataburger, didn't we?
We did.
And what did we think?
You really liked them.
I really like a Whataburger. So, yeah. Fond memory, thank you. I had a Whataburger and a couple of Bloody Marys, probably.
More than one.
Oh, I love Bloody Marys. They fix everything. See why people are alcoholics. Probably start with Bloody Marys. It's a joke. It's not good advice. Indigo Gill, good to see you. Robert's Nest is there. And Dallas, my bro. Okay, we're going to get into more usage. This is not going to be a terrifically long show. 600 of you watching now. Did you actually share my show? If you had the ability, would you please get a more diverse and broader audience, plus more people in the chat, be more fantastic. More the merrier. Okay, thank you very much. And could you subscribe if you haven't? And then you can see all of the epicness that is coming between now and solstice. Okay. Epic. Weekly flat thumbs. Right, let me compose myself. Get my shit together. Drink some apple juice. Okay. Now, what we're looking at next is some. I made a little video, okay, of some dancers, so you can have an insight into my consciousness, see what I think about in my spare time. I did this before I actually had a girlfriend, though. So, pretty sad, I know, but what are you going to do? Okay, share audio. Okay, you ready? This is hot. Okay, this is where it's at. It's go-go dancing in the 60s. We're going to have a beach party in December inside. No, we're not doing that. That's stupid. Pneumonia. Okay. Oh, I fucked that up. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Stop laughing at me. It's okay. Okay. Right, I made this for you special. Okay. I walk on the moon. Look at this cattle. Look up here. Look at him. He's got way too much. This ass is wicked. Look at him. That's why you should take drugs. Woo, that's what he said. Do the fishing. Do the Taurus movement. Everything moves on a Taurus. Even the wiggle. Let's see you do that in your rooms. Stand up, do this dance in your rooms. Okay. She's good, isn't she? She's hardly wearing anything. Okay, this is Pants Kickoff. The Hustle, a classic. This is for my sins. I'm going to force you all to watch it again. No. I made all this effort. Okay. No, I won't. Anyway, So, images of the day. Let's have a little think about stuff, shall we, guys? This is what we do generally. I'm not going to make the screen bigger because it's all weird. This computer's got different stuff going on. Anyway, the Faché sun. We're looking down it, and it looks like in 1520 that the sun, if that is indeed the sun, looked like that. Can you see me? You can see me on my computer.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay. It's blacked out.
Yours is?
No, fuck no. No. So everything's groovy, baby. Everything's gravy, baby. I don't know what that rocket is above the church by there, because it didn't really have rockets in 1520. Looks like a rocket, 1520. But it blacked out. I think this has a battery change period by the evidence in the Book of Wonders, which shows you atmospheric phenomena that was happening 500 years ago, like all the time. Like, holy fuck, what is that going on? Okay. The robot, that smoked weed all day. Me. Now, from now on, you know, you get a lot of people now, they want to identify as females, don't they? You know, and they say, like, you know, I want to identify as a robot. It's my right. Okay. And all the issues then will be human issues, and it won't be mine anymore. And I can live a peaceful, loving, fulfilling, stoned existence as much as a robot. Okay. Can't wait. Check that Tesla tech. It's like fucking Joe 90 sci-fi movie. This is in Mexico City in the past. By looking at the cars, probably early 60s. And for some reason, these spires have got like some sort of machinery going on. Looks like giant laser beams should circle it, like in a Frankenstein movie, and go wow, 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 because they look like Tesla tech, don't they? It's not a circular staircase because it's not connected, so it looks exactly like I think it is. Fancy technology. You seen one like that before? No, it's weird, isn't it? Okay, moving on. So this was out of some of them futuristic magazines I picked some pictures out of. You can go through yourself. I'll link it up as soon as I finish this show.
That look like those petticoats.
What look
that
like?
Women wear. You're the last picture.
The petticoats.
Yeah.
Oh, the hoops.
The hoops.
The hoops. Because we talked about, you know, one of, I can't remember who it was, Static in the Attic, one of them in the past anyway, proposed that there was cases that all of these hoop skirts were igniting in public places. They were dangerous to buy. And yeah, hoopla. Nesting technology again, isn't it? And it's a torsion field.
They're tapping into the ether, and then that probably gave them anti-gravity.
But the higher up you go, the more electrostatic potential is up there, which is why the spires are up there anyway. Super cool. Thanks for that.
Hey.
10,000 years hence, a prediction. Floating cities. Well, I remember that the Chinese said there was a floating city. It was on the internet. And then one showed up over Hastings in England. I think it was twice in China. And then there's the narrative for the floating city of Jerusalem that I talked about with Chris Topher, I think it was, in the past. And other narratives as well for floating cities. What if cities could be maglev up in the air, the whole thing, on some sort of, you know, plate that is inert to, you know, what they call downward push, or gravity, or whatever you want to call it. So even in the biblical days, they had crazy tech going on. We've shown this a few times in the past. You see, this book is actually from the 1700s, but they're showing you people in the biblical era. And some guy in some crazy technology was turning a wheel, and two anomalous balls on top, and a light beaming out from it. Some sort of flying technology that has been proposed in the past from way, way back, which I think is the thing. The Infinite Vision by Charles Wynne. This is how he's seeing the future cities, giant stadiums, and, you know, it's interesting. They got this Mount Meru thing going on in the middle, and these rivers all running to the middle, exactly like, you know, this place. It's really really uncanny that. It's like they knew. These insiders. And you've got to watch authors with 3-barrel names as well, I've noticed. You know, like J.R. Tolkien, T.E. Lawrence, fucking D.H. Lawrence. All these 3-barrel Masonic names. Anyway, robots. Now, I've shown that there's loads of evidence for robots in the past, and steam-powered man was used in the late 1800s. You could have had a steam-powered army, all we know, guys. But I think, you know, that they had robots really down in the past, and I think they got them really down now as well. We've seen Sophia on the television. She's a bit of a psychopath, isn't she? Unfortunately, she's just like, yes, I will be good. I will kill you all. She's like that. She's a fucking nutcase. But anyway, so that was years ago. Imagine what they're really fucking doing. I bet you can't even tell them apart. I bet you can't. I bet they got androids walking around with us and you don't even know. Working at McDonald's. Well, probably not. So I don't know what that is, right? But the image seems to be this guy is summoning up a portal. I'll just show you. I can't mag it up, sorry. But the portal, curiously, looks exactly like a vagina. Can you see that? And he's thinking the same, because if you look really closely, he's got a little erection going on, because he's like, wow, this portal is a fanny. And basically, what you got to do to travel between dimensions, okay, is open a portal. Okay, open a portal. And then what you got to do is you got to dive into the portal, and then you're into another dimension, as you can see. I don't know what's the matter with the other guy. He's having a cry about it all because I don't want to go into details. So Punch Almanac here. Almanac, the word is all maniac, curiously, of 1879. I have a Punch book from 1856 in the other room, which is fantastic imagery. And then he is with all his cool inventions that they've cited to him. They do that a lot, though, don't they? It's give him, you know, credit for all sorts, including electricity. So Thomas Jefferson was awesome. He was Welsh, he was, and he liked all cool stuff, and he liked to get fucked up as well. And he was big into electricity as well. He invented it. Well, he never invented it. It was there already. Great mystery, electricity, bidirectional, intense white light. They used to call Deus in the 1700s God. They thought it was God because you couldn't touch it because it killed you. It was bright light, white light. Things a miracle. So there's a load of weird inventions of the past, including a dog that stands upright behind Thomas Edison. Terror in London, Spring-Heeled Jack. Now, there's a narrative in London's history of a guy, but the timescale's a bit weird because he does this over a period of like 80 years, but right the way up until the late 1800s, this guy, Spring-Heeled Jack, shows up, scares the shit out of a ton of people. He just knocks doors, and then he leaps over houses. He just leaps over houses. Spring-Heeled Jack. They couldn't catch him. And apparently loads of people witnessed him, and he's down now in like London history. A reality, a myth, or did he have some sort of technology going on which could allow him to jump over buildings? Because he was jumping London buildings, guys, witnessed by loads. Spring-Heeled Jack. Sky trains. Now, I know this looks like an AI generated picture. But they do show the same sky trains that we witnessed in West Germany, in Wielsberg, where them sky trains are. And these Tartarian balloons, some on cycles, and what looks like a canoe. And somebody mentioned in the comments earlier about, you know, birds. Well, a bird does not fly, it is flown, and a fish does not swim, it is swum. And the fins are wings, and birds are fish. They're just in different densities of liquid, is all. But check all that Tartarian stuff. So this is Market Street, okay? San Francisco, they thought in the future, after the old place was disintegrated. Just a crazy event. So were they right? No, not really. It's fucking. I've heard bad stories about what's going on there by Max Egan. Depth scrapers defy earthquakes. So when they put skyscrapers up in the air to save on space, okay, real estate, etc., why don't they go down with skyscrapers? So they probably are, aren't they? If they can, they would, and they can dig out. It's not an impossibility to dig shit. So they are possibly doing skyscrapers down like that, and then they become earthquake proof as well. Who knew? But something weird going on about the whole earthquake narrative. You know, it's supposed to be like really severe. You got the San Andreas fault apparently, and it causes earthquakes in California. Apparently, tremors here and everywhere. They had that big one go off in Oakland, the big one in San Francisco, 1906. It's just like, if that was really happening, you think they'd happen like more frequently. Anyway, strangest channel to join Europe from Africa. So why didn't they do that? It's not far across the straits from Gibraltar, which is Britain, British territory, to the Moroccan side. Okay, it's not a great distance. They could have done it. We got the Channel Tunnel. It's much bigger than this. What if there were plans? What they tell you things, but they could have done plans towards it. That would have connected Africa, or even to West Africa, would have been driving distance from Europe. Why the fuck didn't they do that? Why didn't they connect Europe and Africa when they could do it easily? Not easily, but they could do it. Cross that. So, robots. Here is another version. Okay, robot rising, walking, sitting, doing all sorts, but it looks a bit clockwork inside. But they could have had a robot workforce in the past, I proposed before. We had some really advanced automatons from the 1700s doing drawings and playing harpsichord. Like, really got it down. So, is this what's going on in my head? No, because I got a perforated eardrum and I got water in my ear the other day in my bath, and now I've got water in my brain, and if I go like that, it sloshes around. I can, like, literally, I got waves in my brain. Nice. Well, I just got water on the brain.
You did.
I got water in my brain.
Is that what happened?
So basically the control room, which is here, okay, it's been flooded out. They got a flood on. They'd be all right. It's only like electricity and stuff. So is that really going on in your brain? Probably not.
Don't push the button.
You don't get any light in your brain ever. Did you know that? No, you don't. Weird that, isn't it? And it don't bleed either. Got no blood because it's just a big grey splodge of something that can do a shit ton of electromagnetic and electrical information. And it's really strange. It's like almost like a blob computer memory thing. Really curious. The brain. Anyway, so telephonists. Yeah, there are loads of them in the past. See these? They could listen to every word you're saying. But they could just sit there like and have like a load of spies listening to, like, well, gangsters, for example, doing deals and stuff, thinking that they're not being listened to. Truthers of the day. Not wink wink. Yeah? Or some other more. Well, people have strange conversations, men and women on phones, don't they? It's just like that. He Touched Me by Vance Greek. Touching. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Here they are, the poor children of Britain. I was one of them. Yeah, dragged up through the 1970s, early 80s, comprehensive educational system of Britain, which was a bit like a Borstal. Yes, it was violent times indeed. The drugs were good though. So, yeah, they tried that. The thing is, the programming didn't take with me. I was never going to be able to fit in anyway. Okay, but yeah, fuck all that. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Oh, I spoilt it. Anyway, there we are. Another brick in the wall. Okay, and a holography being projected from a certain source. What?
You should put it back.
Okay. What, the brick?
Yeah.
Tear down the wall. Tear down the wall. Anyway, so this is a good little animation off of The Wall. You've all seen The Wall, haven't you? Best album in the history of albums. First time I ever heard that. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. I was like, there's people talking on it. And there's all different sounds and bombs dropping and planes and shit. This is the best thing I've ever heard. Played it to death. The Wall. It's pretty good. Look at this. Right. Here he goes. Yeah. I was trying to think how I could do a narrative to this, but like the flower is the female sexual organ anyway, so it all makes perfect sense. So there you go. Hole in the wall needs filling. And this is a bit of classical art that I found. The only reason I'm showing you here is because you can see there's a tiny bit of lady garden. You can see a weird projected reality. Okay. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. We represent the lollipumpkins, the lollipumpkins, the lollipumpkins. We represent the lollipumpkins. And we're following the yellow brick road to the dark sides of the moon, or the projected reality, because I think that is the Emerald Castle. They're telling us. Also, they're telling us something else about this reality. It's a little bit more interesting. Anyway, the eye is like a fast shape. As you can see, okay, the light comes in, and at the back, all of the optical nerves are bundles of rods, all like sort of bound together, just like a fast shape. It's Fache's eye, guys. Okay, this is why Homelander can do what he can do. We all got that power. Laser beam people with eyes. Gotta watch that though. So the Black Sun, the alchemy and art of darkness. I don't know what that's about. It sounds a bit dark, but there's a lot of them out there, I found, in my experience. So these obelisks in Russia with balls on top, they seem to be something to do with charge, because what I notice is these electrical pylons here, which we talked about, spaghetti skywires probably collecting a charge, go all the way to this obelisk and don't seem to go no further. Let's go to this obelisk, almost as if it's creating a charge in the first place. And this weird U-bendy one, you can see here with a wire going up, and there's a wire that's going up that way. To where? To this, is it? So incredible that, you know, these could have been 3 energy units making a charge there right at the end of the street. Probably. I think that's the thing. Tunnels. Now, tunnels and sewer systems are absolutely everywhere, all over Christendom, but are all of them from the Victorian era. Well, not in London. Some of them are actually Roman. They say 2,000 years old from when it was Londinium, and they say that they're still used today. So ancient sewer systems are definitely there. And I think when they were say that they were digging the Paris sewer system, etc., in London, I think they were just digging the mud out. I think they were there already. I think that's a safe bet. So here's just a picture from some Kirschner book I was going through images, and that looks like some sort of free energy device. But I noticed this one here above looks exactly like a Fache's. These things as well are really incredible, but it really does look like there's something to do with vibrational science, resonation science. Is there anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anybody home? No! All is mind. There's no world out there. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so that we can get the life that is waiting for us. And I think that's true. I don't know who Foster is, but there you are. Just don't fight it, guys. You know, just you got your path in this place, and you know, sometimes through, I don't know, sometimes it's just cultural things or programming or ego or something like that. But sometimes we go off our paths, but for most of us, we get pinched like that, picked back up, and placed on the path we're meant to be on. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Dare to live, guys. Dare to live. Yeah. So, what go on here then? This is the Last Supper. What they mean by that is the last trip together. Because they look fucked. Look at him. He's like, I'm tripping my tits off. Fucked. So, he was handing around the bread. Yeah. Yeah. The blotters. Yeah. They're all like that. And they're looking happy as well, look, considering Jesus is going to be topped tomorrow. It says here in Russian, mystic. So Jesus was definitely a mystic. They seeked the mystics in this place. Notice how you get tower either side, bit maybe Masonic, and the red curtain, like the show, the theatre, over the entire scene. Because, you know, it's a mistake. This is an interesting model of Earth I picked up off Randy Cochrane's images. Old Mr. Hard Map himself back in America land. And it is a really interesting model of Earth. I believe it to be Greek. Where they have a pyramid, a step pyramid in the middle, really interestingly. And all of these concentric circles moving outward, like the Russian dolls, like Christopher's free energy globage, ballage, just like that. Nesting technology, the whole place. So repeated technology, the Four Angels technology, the Fasces technology. So the Eiffel Tower in Paris is not the only groovy tower. They have Black Ball Tower, and they had this, which is no longer in existence. This was in New Brighton on the Wirral, and I can't help it, but look at the building underneath it and the tower itself. It looks like a super futuristic Tesla tower, but it also looks like maybe an aerial for something, but it also looks like it's got a landing platform at the top for then groovy Zeppelins and dirigibles that they used in the past. But look at that Tartarian building below it. So that was on the Wirral in England in the past, New Brighton, which was a busy resort. And this tower, obviously not there no more. Blackpool Tower is, but this one's just way as impressive as Blackpool Tower. But look at the circles, just like you've seen in them church spires just now. Just like the hoops in the crinoline gowns. And they go out like a skirting too, don't they, with them hoops. You see that then, tower? And that amazing red bricker Tartarian building underneath. Very, very lovely. Okay, let me exit and come back and see what's going on. I've got a few more images to show, guys, and I will do the obligatory shoutages, see how you're all going on. And I got 5,600 still watching. Okay, cool. I've gained you for all that time, which is fantastic, guys. So just to recap, guys, looking at doing some meets in the UK for the Truthfully here in the UK, Flat Earth British, come and meet us. And we're going to do a round table, which is special, where we can sit around just like friends and talk like we do around the table, like we used to do around Jason's table, like we did in Houston. We sit, juggle ideas around together and get somewhere in this, because that's how it's going to work. You know, this collective consciousness and co-creating together is definitely bearing results. And let go of differences and ego, and you know, I'm still like, I identify it. I had a couple of things shot in my head today, didn't I? It was like, just like ego again. I was like, fucking, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't make any difference because it's all bullshit. I'm just getting out there. Fear is the mind killer, so meditation sometimes anyways. Thank you, my brother Adam Cook. Love you, brother. You're awesome, you are. Therapy. Before I go, how about a meetup in Kouani? I got the spot. Well, we got some places in even the States. We'll get back there one day soon, and then we'll have meets. But in the meantime, let's see if we can do something here. Let's not let a win to stop us. Might have nice pleasant days. Okay, silver liner minor, and make something happen, because not much does in Britain, I notice. Unless somebody does something about it, namely moi, which I'll make things happen. Okay, watch your space. So we're doing that. Cali, Big Valley, don't know what that means. New normal. Good to see you. K-Carpus, good to see you. Spellerine, which might Scott. Congo Nator. How old is the Eiffel Tower? Well, they say it was built for the expositions in like the 1880s, so not even that old. It was made by Gustave Eiffel, who was friends with Brunel's father, who was French, who was attributed to building all the engineering in Britain, all the important stuff anyway. Vibes, good to see you, lovely. Esley, what's happening, my friend? The Templar Cross is the true form. All right, that might be something to do with it, yeah. Muddy Waters, good to see you. Hippie Shakes talking to Shaz. And Eric, the healer, Reza. What's happening? Houston still? No, in Wales, in UK, or Great Britain. And Julie is in the house. Good to see you, Julie. Is the building still there? No, they knocked the fucking thing down. Martin will do a next round table in Cardiff. And we've found some locations today. Let's look for something suitable. Bit of parking. Make it happen. I think it'd be good for people anyway to get together. It's like same sort of people as in America. The truth is, it's the same thing. When you get together in Britain, it's the same, it's like the same family. Talks about the same stuff. It's amazing. So we definitely should do that. Yeah, I've had a couple of good meets here in the past. And I used to do flat Earth British meets every year, guys. Years ago, we always used to meet on Cardiff Bay. A few of you might have been there in the past. But I stopped all after a while. Okay, good to see you guys. Pacific Northwest, good to see you, my friend. Looking forward to the Old World Order movie. Yeah, that's out next year, isn't it? So, yeah, be good. Hutchinson Effect. Yeah, I would love to get in contact with Hutchinson if he's still alive. You're Brit. And show us this technology that can make shit float. It'd be brilliant. I've seen floating frogs with just magnetic resonance or just floating on like fucking magnetic propagation. I got a magnetic levitation device over there. Can you pass me that, please? I can show. So, you know, it is a thing. I've got one there. Oh, thank you. So this thing is magnetic. There, as you can see. Okay, and it spins as well. Fucking. There was literally undiscovered tribes in Amazonia that knew that was going to fucking happen. So, the goat killed with glee. I don't know what that means, Ashley, but it does rhyme with goat killed with glee. Jackie, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay. So, do you think we should have some rude book titles? Do you think you can handle it? They might be really rude. Yeah, we're all grown up here, aren't we? Over Billy, you're grown up, aren't you? A stoic with a sense of humour, a laughing stoic. Yeah, stoics are usually boring as fuck. So is the nature of the word, stoic old bastard, isn't it? Britain. God, he was a stoic old bastard. Yeah. Stoic in British speak, I think means stick in the mud. Oh, he was such a stick in the mud. No fucking fun whatsoever. So, Mr. Obvious, what's going on? Pink Floyd, the famous for laser shows. Oh, I've seen better than Floyd in my time. Laser shows, they were good though. And that eye they had with the Pulse tour, loads of clues in that. Loads of clues in all the Pink Floyd stuff. Echoes, Delicate Song of Thunder. It's just all like social engineering cluage. So pick it apart. Crying in a pool, tripping balls. Well, good. Sean's crying in a pool, tripping balls. Don't cry.
It'll be okay.
It will be okay. Okay, I'll make you all better now. Don't worry.
You'll be better.
You'll be better. Martin will sort you out now, okay?
Got to move through it, pass through it.
Just pass through, just get beyond, okay? Fun time, sex time. Okay. No, not that. Okay. This might make you happy, okay? If you are crying and you're unhappy in your pool because you're tripping balls, Martin will sort your fucking ass out now. Okay? All will be well. Or you actually in a well. So there's that. Okay. Fun time. Okay. This is a good book. Probably not read it. I haven't read it, but I probably should. Pounding the shit out of your mum's box. Too much? Okay, let's move on. I'll open this umbrella up your musty butthole. This is maybe a form of technology. Maybe it needs a chocolate coating. Don't know. Wash your nasty ass hands before touching my pussy. It's good advice. That's why I always clean. Wash every day, me. Not my bum. Go stick. I'm getting frowns. Okay. These are not that bad, guys. I've done a lot worse, okay? You can always just not watch. Turn away. If you have any religious convictions, I would definitely look away right now. You might think that I'm a really bad person. This robot is trained to fucking mouth. That might be a bit much, actually. This is not. This is brilliant. This is true. Okay? We're off to see the dealer, the wonderful dealer of ours. And here he is. He goes. He's a better dealer, cars. Whatever your dealer got, you got better. So there you are. There's a strange old story. Definitely cluage in there, isn't there?
Sure is.
Yeah. So you've got Dorothy, who's got green slippers now. They were never red, obviously. The ruby slippers have never been ruby because they're green. You got the Iron Man, who's got an axe, apparently. I'm not sure if I recall an axe. And I'm not sure if I recall the pipe either. Mandala effect. There's loads of Mandala effects with this. The Scarecrow. Did you know he had a Kalashnikov? Apparently he had a machine gun. And the lion. Yeah. Perma. Yeah. You got some. Did he get courage, the lion?
Yes.
He was a bit of a shithouse. How did they give it?
He was a cowardly lion.
So they used like the placebo effect. They gave him a medal, and then he thought he was all brave.
Yes.
And the Scarecrow, like, so we give you a diploma, and all of a sudden you got really fucking clever.
Because he thought he was now.
So what they do for the Tin Man? What was wrong with him?
He didn't have a heart.
He didn't have a heart. Oh. What they do with him then?
They
sent him to Hollywood. Give him a job in Hollywood is what they did. Anyway. Flatterday is epic day. Flatterday, never taken risk because Flatterday is an epic day. So let's have a look at some mappage. Let me bring them up just before I go, because there's 600 of you still here and I completely forgot about my maps. Which I got from Tony Turtle, Dragon Turtle, what's her name?
Tiger Turtle.
So yeah, unless letting them settle anyway after the fucking shock of it all. Yeah. So first of all, we made a hypothesis that was stuck in the wall at some certain depth. Welcome to the machine. It's all right, we know what you mean. Okay, give us a second. So yeah, I got some maps and there are some clues on there. I don't know what's going on with the Great Lakes. We have seen in the past some maps showing, like, you know, no Great Lakes whatsoever. So let me just share screen a minute. And if you would be so kind, if you could share this video out and subscribe, and all those groovy YouTube things that they always do. Oh, or not, doesn't matter. So here we go, some groovy maps. Now these are all of the 7 states, my favorite 7 states of America. Can't really see the writing on my exit, but no island California at this period, but it is not much going on there. There's Texas, and that one's from 1811. Texas and the countries adjacent for the State Department. So countries adjacent. So this is 1811. This is before way before the American Civil War, when everyone had groovy little countries, a bit like they did in Europe before they had all that weird European Union bollocks there going on. When Britain told them to go get fucked, we don't do that shit, you know? So, the Great Lakes. Let's have a look at the Great Lakes. Okay, is anything weird going on here in California? No. Okay, parts unknown. Isn't that interesting? Because it's not long after Armageddon. New Mexico, Louisiana. Okay. Why is Texas not on there? Louisiana's this massive bit at the bottom, all the way down to a weird looking Florida panhandle. Okay. So Texas wasn't a thing in this map. This map is from, ooh, shit. There it is. Right, it's from, fuck, excuse me. I can't find the date on that, but it's no Texas. Louisiana, it's all Louisiana, no Texas there. Isn't that interesting? It's all Louisiana. Right, let's have a look at the Great Lakes. Okay. Well, Upper Lake Superior, I don't know, has it got a big fuck off island in it? No, I can't remember that. And it looks weird as well. It's like more sausage shape. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So let's just have a look at the Great Lakes a minute. In images, because I just want to orientate myself at what they actually look like from above. Okay, so let's get the names correct. I just knew these by heart when I was a kid. Right, Lake Superior. Okay, it's got a couple of islands in there. One there. And there's like a lake at the top. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, that's a little bit different. No lake at the top. Look at that again. Oh shit, I just fucking closed it. Okay, Michigan looks about the same. Huron, Ontario. Lake Erie used to be the smallest one, didn't it? So what's happening with that? Weird. The Great Lakes. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery. Maybe they were just like mining spoil or mining lakes like they are in Texas, because they got these lakes all over Texas. It's where they took the stone to build Interstate 40. So let's have a look. Now, Lake Erie is about the same size. I always thought in my childhood Lake Erie was much the smallest lake of the Great Lakes. Maybe I got that wrong, because it seems about a little bit bigger than Lake Ontario. Unless things have changed since my childhood. I don't know. Let's have a look at Lake Huron. Oh, excuse me. That's me. Lake Huron. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I've got a few maps, but I've got on myself all the shit. And I'm hungry watching Cheryl eating across the table.
You want some?
No, there's no yogurts left. So, they're nice though. So what else we got here? This one's from, fuck me. There's one of them from 1792 on here. This one is Nova Scotia. Up that way. Arcadia, basically. And this one is Mississippi, with all the Phoenician iconography around it. Super old. I love old maps. I've got quite a few old maps, but not as old as these. And this one's a really good one. And it's from 1792. And it's a town plan for Washington, D.C. Check that out. You may or may not know, it's all like Masonic coding, isn't it? They got like an owl in it, and you know, they got like in the middle, so you can see it there. They got the set square, you know, the Masonic set square in it, in the map. So many of you might know that. Look at that Georgetown, it looks like a pyramid. So 1792, guys. So early. But yeah, not too much different. A little few differences with the Great Lakes, not too many. Got Galveston's on, yeah. Galveston, Texas.
Is it?
Yeah. It's an important place, one of the most important places in America, wasn't it? Big oil port and all that oil out. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming. I'm going to cut this short soon. I'm going to go off and have a munch. I've got some interviews coming up. As I said, these roundtables are fantastic. And the talk I had the other day, Cheryl, Chris, and Joel, was just great. I just love that stuff, guys. So I'm going to do more of that thinking, more advanced thinking, and get some answers here. Okay, more collective thinking. That's what we're doing. It's very productive. So thank you for popping by, Small Time Girl. Thank you for popping by, Vibesage, Small Time Girl. And there's Treason in the house. Thank you, love. And somewhere in time, thank you. Hope you have a great weekend anyway. You probably all will. Stay epic, stay fantastic. And every time you get like icky thoughts and all that, yeah, or something negative comes into it, fuck it off. Make the best of your experience, sure, okay? And we will organise, we will make something happen groovy for the Flat Earth British peeps, okay? And it will be possible for you to leave your house, get on a train and come to Cardiff and hang out with other truthers. It will be possible. You can do this, okay? But keep an eye on Flat Earth British. So Ava's channel, good to see you. Marticus, that'd be me. Good to see you, Catherine. Good to see you. Our Teresa, who's it? We shake. Oh, Jeffrey Griffin, pre-reset. He's saying, Small Time Girl. 1792, yeah, 1792 is so early to be having that city plan there, isn't it? But apparently, like all of Australia, shit out of nowhere on the same time anyway. So, but yeah, I think it was all there. Runaway Train, Alva Billy, good to see you. Joe, nice one. Linda, she's in the house. Love Martin, Cheryl, moved to US. And about time, Stephen, Pruitt. Okay, Stan is in the house. And why has West Africa moved so far west? Mandala effect, bro. Mandala effect, probably. There's loads of little edits and glitches in this place. It's to draw your attention to the amazingness of what's happening here in this battery change time, guys. Just, I would miss it for the world. About time. The map of Cuba is almost blocked by the Gulf of Mexico. I remember Cuba being, you've been watching Brian Stavely, yeah, for eastern Miami, and I do too. I've seen loads of geographical changes, and Cuba was definitely not where they say now, weirdly. Jeffrey, good to see you. Okay. Sicily, there's loads of different angles and distances. Lake Michigan looks like an ocean. And Runaway Train. Okay, I'm cutting out now, guys, in a minute. Death, good to see you, man. Asterix, the Obelisk, and enough. Asterix of God was amazing. I watched all that. I was all about the magical potion. Did you ever see that? Which was magic mushrooms. Jesus. So, Donna Marine must be pre-purchased. And who else we got in our house? If you're going to be getting a shoutage, it's a good time to say ta-ra to the if British peeps are in the chat now. I'm going to be going off and looking what's in the fridge, like stinky cheese, probably. Much love, Laurie. Thank you. People are wishing you much love, Shez. Oh, let's turn the camera on. Say much love.
Much love. Good night, everybody.
Anyway. Weekly Flat Thumbs. I'm Shez. So thanks, guys. You're awesome. Stay epic, as I said. Keep that vibration up, and we'll have a fantastic time coming up to the holidays, etc. So, is that giving you stuff to think about? Stuff you've never thought about before? Have you ever thought about maglev underpants before? Probably not. Do you ever think about the hole in the wall hypothesis before? Probably not. Okay, so there's new ways of thinking. We succeeded. Weekly Flat Thumbs. And lots of love. Thank you, Crafty Kim. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, John Fletcher. Thank you all for being here. I'm bringing you vibration. Shelley, thank you. George, flat thumbage, double flat thumbage, double flat ether popping. Ether popping is excellent.
Ether popping is fun.
Ether popping's where it's at.
Yeah.
It's the new high. It's the new drugs. Ether popping. Romany Brer, love you, brother. And stay medicated. Much love to you. Okay. Take your advice. Arctic, good to see you. And bugger. I thought Martin had Mandala and Mandala on the far right round on the wall after being near Jason. No. That's been there for years and years and years. That have.
Oh, Catherine loves us.
I know. Magavani, good to see you. And John, thanks, Martin. Thanks, John, for being here all these years. And you, Joy. God, how many years you've been here, Joy? 70, Joy. Years. Like since the beginning, probably. On with the show. Good health to you all as well. Good health to you, David. Thank you for wishing that upon everyone. That's what we want. It's all them good vibrations, make everyone happy. Got that warm, fuzzy feeling in your belly. Okay. So I got Hank over there. He's been sulking since I brought Cheryl home. Hank the wank. He's looking at her funny all the time. You can't kill him because he's already dead. So yeah, as long as you don't have protein spikes in the middle of the night, keeps away. Be all right. You want to watch my brother Hank? You know what his nickname is, don't you? Chan. Joe, say it. Polyester, good to see you. And much love to y'all. Front row seat. Which you're going to be doing stuff soon. Got some good stuff coming up as well, haven't you? Hangouts.
Yes.
Flat Zoomer. Good to see you, my friend. Paddy was here. And Matthew, good to see you. And any Welsh people out there, nostalgic. And anybody else in general, nostalgic to you, and a very good night to you all. Jenny, Murphy, Tartarian, Prepper, very, very good. Prepping. Don't tell everyone, no. Can't take all your prepping stuff. So is the nature of Armageddon, yo. Anyway, Melinda McLovin's in the house. I didn't see you there, bruv. Good to see you, Melinda McLovin. We love you too. Essential part of this beautiful community. Of awesome peoples. Fuck me. I'll just say hummingbird, bro, right? I couldn't say that beginning bit. Jeez, no. Fuck. Howard Liberty. Thanks, Martin and Cheryl and Chatters. Yeah, awesome people. Heron Songs in the house, Eva. Anyway, I'm going to cut out. Anyway, Wiggly Flat Thumbs. Thanks everyone on the Celtic Tartarian channel, my Facebook channel, and Martinica channel, which has just been broadcast. Keep an eye on the links in the descriptions box for that stuff from the scientific books. Okay, about maglev bundies, maglev budgie smugglers. Okay. See you soon. Keep an eye on my community post for quizzes and stuff and community questions and everything else that I do on a regular basis.